Alright. I wanted to make hopefully a quick video showing how to do it. Minimally complicated thing in Photoshop for making a texture. When I'm done, I'll be able to remove the leaves. So if I scroll around, you can see I've removed the leaves from all these branches. So what I'm doing then is I am in this one here. This is the base layer. I think I got all those other layers removed. The base layer, you can see the leaves are all they're all just part of the same texture. There's just a flat texture. I think originally it wasn't, but I don't have the source, and I need to be able to make different colors. That's essentially what I'm doing. I'm making spring, autumn, and winter. I'm going to change the winter up a little more. That's sort of a preliminary level of winter. Winter won't look exactly like that when I'm done. But the hard part has been, I've already spent about, 5 hours or so removing the leaves. So what I need to do is, you can see here I'm using the magic wand tool in Photoshop 5, and I think it's 5.5, I think, or 5.1, or I can't remember. Anyway, so I use the magic wand tool to select the green area. I have it set at a tolerance of 40. You can play with this tolerance depending on what you're working it on. Sometimes you need it lower. I can show you what lower looks like. This would be a tolerance of 10. It selects just really specific areas. And then a tolerance of 90, for example, kind of selects everything, and then it's too much. And I don't want it to select everything. 40 seems to be working okay for me. I tried 30, I tried 50, I settled on 40. Because I don't want the branches. I want to be able to retrieve the branches, and what I'm going to do later is I'm going to go back through with the clone stamp, and I'm going to fill those all in, I think, and make those into a better winter branch. For now though, this is what I want to show. So I click with the magic wand tool, and then I hold down the shift key, and it doesn't matter whether I hold the left shift or the right shift, they both work. So shift and left click to continue selecting, and then I want to right click in an area to unselect some of that stem. And if there's any that come along, you want to use the very center star of the magic wand tool to select these things. Sometimes I have to go step backwards when that happens because I don't want to select the whole entire screen. That would be bad. And so I just have to go along and click and click and click. It's been very, very tedious. Not much fun. Here we go. Here's another. I need to right click in the area, subtract from selection. Pardon me. Of course I start making a video and I get a scratch in my throat. So we just click and click and click and click. These are all left clicks. Left click, left click. I chose the smaller one to show how to do this instead of the large ones. Those are really troublesome. Now, something I was doing, see, I've got a nice selection here, and I don't want to get to a point where I have to unselect the whole thing. So then I cut, and I go up to the top here, and this first one doesn't matter as much, and then I paste in place. So I choose paste special and paste in place, and it puts it exactly in the same place where I got it from, but creates it in a new layer. And then I'm going to name the layer 5 green, And this is going to be my next layer for green branches. But I need to hide that now so I can see what I've missed. And I go back down and I click on the main layer, which in this case is layer 0. And then I just start clicking again, and shift and click, and shift and click. There's quite a bit actually in there. And step backward. And right click and subtract. I don't want the branch in it. I want the branch separate. I just want to change the leaves. I don't want to change the branches. Just change the branches, then the branches look all weird. And subtract from selection. Because the branches don't turn red in autumn, only the leaves turn red. So I don't want to change the color of the branch when I change the color of the leaves. There we go. Now we need to subtract that little bit from the branch. Hopefully it doesn't. Yes, that worked good. And there's these little circles in the middle of the leaves, and I have to grab those. And then step backward. Don't know what that's telling me. Click shift, click shift. That all looks, oh, there's some there I don't want to remove. It's still in there. Subtract. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what's selected and what's not selected there. Alright, I think we got it. Okay, that leaf is partial. And there's a partial. I think. Oh, subtract from selection. See, that's what happens sometimes. You subtract it and then it takes away the whole section. And you're like, I don't want to take away the whole section. I just want to rescue my branch. There we go. Subtract, subtract. There's a little bit in the middle of those two leaves there. I don't want to cut that away. A little bit there. A tiny little spot there. Okay, save that. Those are all good. There's a whole leaf here that I missed. And I think maybe... There we go. That looks better. Piece of a leaf there that goes to the one behind it. And that leaf goes in the front and that goes in the back. And we just about got all these leaves now. Okay, so now we're going to do that again. Cut. And we come up here to the foregreen and paste special, paste in place. And where is it? Oh, I did it in the wrong spot. It's supposed to be under 5 green. Okay, see, I just dragged it and moved it up. Don't know if you saw that. It was down here and I just dragged it up there. And then I clicked on the little eye here to show that section from before. Now I need to make sure I'm selected on layer 1 because I don't want to be selected in the wrong place. And I come here and I merge down, and now that whole bit is joined together in that layer. So I'm going to hide it again because I see some artifacts I need to get rid of. So I'm going to click and get rid of as many of these artifacts as I can. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be better. That's not what I want. That's still not what I want. There we go. Clicking artifacts. Step backward. Oh man. By the way, it is actually 10 minutes till 1 o'clock in the morning, and I am actually very tired. I really wanted to finish this tonight, so I just thought I'd do this, and I thought, well, at the same time I'll teach somebody something so you can learn how to do this too. So I'm just clicking and clicking and clicking, and I think I got most of these artifacts, at least the important ones, like the really noticeable ones. Some of these are tiny and won't be as noticeable. And you just have to get that magic wand at exactly the right spot. And you see what happens when it isn't exactly the right spot. And it messes me up, is what it does. So, I'm just going to go with that. I think I'm going to grab some of these here. These are green and very green. Don't want the green because when you turn the scene red or white, the green shows up, and then it doesn't look as good. I think I lost too much. There we go, that's better. Now I'll cut that out, and I come up to my 5 green, and I paste special, paste in place. So now it's all back again. And I merge it down under layer and merge down. Yes, that looks better now. And then I go to the layer and I duplicate the layer. I'm going to do autumn. I didn't spell autumn right. Okay. And these others I made to do the autumn one. I made a little note for myself over here by taking a screenshot. And so for the autumn properties, I'm going to do -80 on the hue and -30 on the saturation. And then for the winter, I'm going to do -155 for the hue and +75 on the lightness. And that's how I'm going to do it. And by taking that note, then I can make them all match, so I know what I'm going to be doing. So you'll watch me do that here. So I go to autumn, and I go to adjustments, and I go to hue and saturation, and then I will do -80, and you can just type it in, you don't have to slide it. And then I forgot. I can do them at the same time, but now I'm not going to be able to. Now I do -30 on the saturation, and now they should match. And then I duplicate it again, because that's how I did it before, so I have to do it in the same order. Otherwise it will be a different tint. And that was a loud noise in the hallway. I don't know what kind of noise that was. I'm going to have to go check probably. And you can watch how I make the winter one match also. And do layer and adjustments, hue, saturation, just -155. Which you'll see is kind of a blue color. I did that on purpose because snow is kind of a bluish hue. And then the lightness, a +75, and it gives it white. And then we save our work. And I already named it as layers for the locust tree. When I'm done with the model on the locust tree, then I'll be able to use this as the thing. I'll show you I can show you now kind of what they look like. Let me go to view, fit on screen, and see, we have 4 winter and 5 winter and 1 winter and 2 winter and 3 winter. So that will be the winter texture for now. I think I'm actually going to change that so it looks more like snow and less like leaves, which is what I was talking about. I don't want so many leaves. I want kind of bare branches and snow. So I'm probably not going to use that, but I just wanted them all to match to be sure, and changing the color wasn't a big deal. But now I have my autumn colors. And now they will all match. And I've got one wrong there, 3. And that'll be the autumn texture, and I can just go ahead and save that. So save as, and I'm going to call it locust autumn. And I'm going to save it as super PNG. Super PNG saves the transparency, which I need. And I will click OK. So there is our autumn texture, all done. I guess I can try the winter one. I don't think I'm gonna like it this way, but we can try it. And I have to go to 2 winter and 1 winter. Save as locust winter super PNG. Save. OK. And when it's ready, I'll use it as a tint, but the model's not ready yet, so I won't be able to show you that in this particular video. Thanks for watching.